After 3 months of preparation, we're finally back for part 2. If you don't know what's going on here, I'll give you the basic explanation. Me and a bunch of voice actors got together and were randomly assigned characters from Fire Emblem Awakening to randomly voice. Whatever we got, we had to do, no questions asked. We already did a video similar to this with Fire Emblem Three Houses characters, which did uncharacteristically well, and I thank you all for watching that. If you haven't seen that yet, you can catch that in the card up top. It's right up there. I'll point to it metaphorically. As I stated in the last video, don't judge the voice actors too harshly for their performances. They were given random characters to voice, and they did the best with what they got. And I'd say they did a pretty good job. Not very biased. Anyway, with all that rambling out of the way, let's get on to the main event. Enjoy.
If I see someone hurt or in need, I'm going to help them. And that's just who I am, and there's no changing it. If you were bloodied and beaten on the side of the road, would you rather I'd leave you there, face down in the muck?
I have to balance training my sword arm, along with honing my tactician's eye. We're a small force up against a big army. We need to fight smart to survive.
The more you know about a comrade, the more you begin to trust each other. And that trust is key to bringing out our innate strength and abilities.
Hey! Don't give me a lazy answer and then run away! I hope you trip and break your nose, jerkface! Okay, that last bit may not have been the most princess-like.
Hey, don't give me a lazy answer and then run away! I hope you trip and break your nose, jerkface! Okay, maybe that last bit may not have been the most princess-like.
I'm simply inspecting the contents of our armory for worn or damaged equipment. I've done nothing more than my duty as a Knight of Gilliss.
There's no honor in accepting something you haven't earned. A knight shouldn't just be lucky enough to be born to some damn noble. A knight has duties, responsibilities.
You're not by any chance losing on purpose, are you, dear lady? I see now. This was all a ruse to spend time with your noble Virian. Well, you're not the first to resort to such tricks with me, I must admit.
Trying to be better than everyone is an ambitious goal that few ever achieve. Take me, for example. Average strength, skills, and looks. Nothing stands out. Compared to everyone else in the Shepherd, I'm as dull as can be.
I owe those girls a good scare. No one makes a mockery of Teach and gets away with it. So put your thinking cap on and brew up some kind of revenge scheme, okay?
More fascinating is the extent of your own thaumaturgic energy. If my calculations are correct, you are able to release huge quantities of magical force.
I can't believe I got lost patrolling the camp. And I don't know how I managed to drop that expensive potion. Oh gosh, and the fire! I'm so sorry about the fire. You have a spare tent, right?
I was a mean kid who hated sharing, so eventually my family got tired of my selfishness and started ignoring me. Well, I got mad, and they stayed mad, and now, well, it's like I'm just not there.
Look at my plants. They ain't exactly thriving. Look how droopy and yellow they are. Suppose they might need more sun.
He gives orders. I stab people. I think our rules are clear. I discovered a problem during our fencing lesson. You are incapable of the proper focus required, so I have removed the distractions.
When I was young, the other kids used to terrorize me. One time it got pretty bad, but Crump jumped in and stopped it. I wasn't used to people being nice to me, so I figured there had to be a catch.
That wasn't so hard, was it? With enough practice, you could become a lady fit for the highest court. Well, I may exaggerate. Perhaps one of the more middling courts.
It's obvious what your real desire is. You want us fighting shoulder to shoulder. I refuse. I don't trust you man-spawn one bit. This Taguel fights alone.
If you're looking for ransom, I can assure you I don't have any money. But what I do have are a very particular set of honey cakes.
Any attempts to foretell the future is strange. That's why I don't put much stock in horoscopes. Fate is what you make it, I always say.
You forget Gregor is sellsword and professional. Gregor is not on cheating sword, unless someone is paying him much gold.
Playing games is pretty much my favorite thing ever. But no one ever wants to play with me. It's crazy. Why doesn't anyone want to play with me?
It's just a toy doll, really. The children at the orphanage have been asking me for toys. They wanted something they could hold at night, to help them sleep. You know, like the little bitches they are.
Just because I'm a powerful dark mage doesn't mean my training is complete. I have many hexes yet to learn, and even the ones I know don't always work.
Hey, if you don't know the game, you shouldn't make the deal. Not that I'd ever rip you off or anything. Unless...
I have a new special dance I made to celebrate our new performance space. Would you like to see it? I mean, if you're busy, that's fine. I'm gonna dance over your grave, bitch!
Did I tell you Minerva loves apples? Her favorite snacks are live goats, but apples run a close second. She's just the cutest, isn't she? Isn't she? Son of a bitch, come here!
If you died, I'd be very sad and angry. And I'd find out who did it, hunt them down, and exact bloody revenge! Oh yes, there would be blood.
The appreciation of poverty is an essential part of our culture. We often say that poverty teaches us what is truly important in life, not status or standing or possessions, but a loving heart and a positive spirit.
I had the honor to call King Moth a friend. He was wise, calm, and fair, but possessing an inner strength as resilient as steel. You can understand why I gazed upon you with nostalgia and longing.
Old man. Old? Ha! Bald and grizzled on the outside, yes. But inside beats the heart of a man half my age.
Please dispense with the humility. I find it terribly dull and, in your case, ill-fitting. Besides, once this war is over, I want you to serve as my chief tactician.
In the future, almost no corner of our world is safe for humans. Risen prowl the lands as masters of all. The people cower in terror, helpless. You know, it's been 7 years. 7 years! I've been in this fucking hell. My parents had their major fuck up. I just couldn't do their damn job, so I had to do it. They still didn't trust me even after I saved their ass. Where's my thank you for that, huh? Did I get anything? No, I mean, the one time they let me out, I had to come to my fighting competition just to fucking babysit me. Like, goddamn! Did I just have a piece of myself? Did I just be happy with my life? No, of course I can't. I mean, they put me in a bunny suit. The motherfucking bunny suit. Yeah, so, what was I saying?
I spy a pack. 10 men, strong and charge into the fray. 1 swipe and 2 fall. I lock swords with the 3rd. Ching! His guts spill forth upon the earth. As the 5th falls, the 6th flees. Driven mad, I cry rest in peace, or rest in pieces!
Wait a minute. I see what's happening. I'm flattered, of course, but I must confess I'm also a bit disappointed. I didn't imagine a lady of your stature to succumb to the green-eyed monster.
I'm not crying. You got rocks in your brain. Alright, I'm crying. I'm sentimental, okay?
I absolutely adore armor. It's both battlefield tool and work of art. It grants a warrior might and majesty. It's one of the main reasons why I became a knight, in fact.
Get busy dying, or get busy dying more. That's my best victory catchphrase yet. I can't wait to use it.
Okay, could you try to sound a little more condescending? Every time you open your mouth, it's budget this or unnecessary that. Shopping should be an adventure, not some boring old list.
It isn't the least I can do. The least I can do is nothing. And I've no intention of whiling away my valuable hours with someone like you.
Well, you've seen for yourself how big the apple is, and with no other knives around, besides, I've barely ever touched a falchion before. I don't know. I just got curious. Wait, why did I need a blade to cut the apple? I am much stronger than that. I am the son of Grima. A god doesn't need tools. I'll just tear it in half myself. Bagel.
Oh, I'm just going back over my notes on what you told me about myself. I was hoping they'd hold some clue that might help spark my memory.
I'm the last of the Tegel, right? So it's essential that I keep myself alive. So, what you said of battle formations, can you keep me somewhere safe? Say, like, at the very, very back?
I'm the last of the Tegel, right? So it's essential that I keep myself alive. So, when you set up battle formations, can you keep me somewhere safe? Say, like, at the very, very back?
I'm particularly avid in my acquisition of magical tomes. They serve both as a mage's weapon and a history. Reading and analyzing their contents is an extremely satisfying pursuit.
I thought maybe if my body were stronger, I'd be less meek too. Then I wouldn't be such a scaredy cat, and, I wouldn't have to bug everyone all the time.
It's my duty to learn all the arcane secrets of my Dragonstone. I have inherited a unique and truly powerful ability. I must cultivate and master it so that I can better serve our allies in battle.
Don't lecture me, you arrogant whelp. I didn't say I was right. I was blinded by circumstances and unable to see any other way. Bah! Why am I explaining myself to you? What do you know of running a nation?
I am glad to speak to you. I am grateful that you come to me like this. I did not know what I must do, but now I have a goal, a reason to live.
The deeds are done. It is only right I pay the price for them. In any case, you need not concern yourself with my feelings. I care for nothing. I yearn only for the day when I too can crawl into my tomb.
Trusting and stupid. Oh, but what a delightful combination. Have you forgotten how many times I have tried to take your life?
By drawing out the ambient energies that permeate the air, we gain their strength. Therein lies the origin of a fighter's ability and the determinant of how far they'll go.
And so it ends, Robin. See how frail these human bonds of yours are? How short-lived. How pointless. You have all thrown your lives away, and the result is the same. No. You don't want this, do you? You do have a choice, you know. It doesn't have to be this way. You can still save all your friends. Become one with me. and we shall spare their lives. Refuse, and watch as I rend the flesh from their bones.
And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed your time with us again, and I hope you stick around for the part 3, Fire Emblem Fates, which will probably come out in like 72 years. I'm just kidding about that 72 years part, but it will probably take a little while before we actually get around to recording for Fates. But it will be coming eventually, and I hope you're excited for it. Until then, I bid you all farewell, and last video we had the crits. This time, I thought I'd make it a little bit different. So enjoy the end credits. And also, thanks, Eclipse. And there you go. Short and simple. That's it. Go home! Leave!